Guess what?
Kevin found the counter charm for whatever spell was making Miranda's journal illegible?
Yes?
Well, we won't know if it actually works until we try it. Journal, please.
It worked! I can read it now.
What does it say?
Well, this page contains instructions for some sort of spell that I don't recognize.
A secret spell? Huh, this journal finally got interesting! Give it a go!
I don't know. Miranda hid it for a reason. What if it's dangerous?
My curiosity is killing me, so that's a risk I might have to take.
Oh, believe me, I'm dying to know as much as you are, but...
Don't worry, Kevin. We'll be careful. Do it! Well, that was anticlimactic.
Was that us?
It had to have been.
A spell that makes you sprout a tail? Brilliant! What? She's got a tail, big deal. My brothers have done worse to me.
Poor thing. I feel bad.
She'll be fine. Madam Pumphrey will fix her right up.
I just hope we don't get in any trouble.
Well, I know one way to help us avoid any trouble in the future. I'm going to return this journal to Miranda.
So you're really going to give the journal back to Miranda?
Yes, it's a great resource, but if it was my journal, I'd want it back. Although, I'm mostly returning it because... I wouldn't want some of the spells in here, especially the ones Miranda invented out of anger, to be misused by me or anyone else. After all, if Miranda had wanted people to know these spells, she'd have included them in her books.
Probably for the best. Imagine if Fisher or Colby got their hands on the journal.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Still, there's one thing I just can't figure out. What was Miranda's journal doing in the library all these years later?
Could Miranda have hidden it there when she was a student?
I suppose we'll never know for sure.
Hello. Here to send an owl, are you?
That's weird. Miss Goshawk sent her journal back.
Maybe she doesn't want to be reminded of her annoying sisters. What does the letter say?
How thoughtful of you to return my journal. But there was no need, as I still have the original. How is that possible? You see...
When I was at Hogwarts, my sisters were fond of teasing me, reading my private journals or hiding my belongings whenever they fancied a laugh. I see you broke my enchantments on the pages in the back. Well done. Eventually, I duplicated my most prized possessions. It took ages to decipher the instructions for the doubling charm. But once I had, it became the most useful spell I knew. When Romilda banished my journal in the library, and I was unable to summon it. A common occurrence at the time, I didn't fret, for I had another copy safely tucked away in my dormitory. I have no use for 2 copies of my ancient ramblings, so I'm returning this to you. I've erased the less kind notations in the back, hoping you can use this cleaned up version to hone your own charm skills. Or toss it in the fire as kindling, whatever suits your fancy. Yours most sincerely, Miranda Ghosthawk.
P.S. I must confess that I did get a spot of revenge on my sisters with a few misprints in their signed copies of Book of Spells. Romilda had a tail for weeks.
Ha! Sounds like my kind of witch.
She does seem suspiciously fun for someone who writes textbooks for a living.
I think she's brilliant. In fact, I'm feeling inspired already. What do you think? Butterfly bogies or badgers?